We have my new BMW X5 behind me, super excited. I did a quick Decon wash when I first got it with Armor Detail Supply, but this is my real full-on Decon wash. So we're gonna do a 3 pH system, we're gonna do a chemical and mechanical decontamination, and just give it the full love it deserves. Right now it doesn't feel actually too bad. Yeah, it's a little contaminated, but it wasn't sitting on the lot that long. So we're gonna go through it. I'll take you through the products I'm gonna use today. I'm just gonna do quick demos of them and then kind of play them at faster speed. I'm gonna tie in the polishing video here, so I don't wanna make this weirdly long for you guys. So the products I'm gonna use today, there's a ton of new ones on the market, so I'm gonna kind of do just like a mixture and give you guys an overview. So for my 3 pH, I did buy the Detail Co 3 pH wash. I've tried it, it's great, but the beauty of detailing is we have so many different products that we can mix and match and play with what we want. So today for my first wash, I'm gonna do the Primus. This is LaboCosmetica 2.0. Primus 2.0, sorry. This is an unbelievable pre-wash, you guys. I highly recommend it. I don't know the pH off the top of my head. It's a little bit higher, but this will be a good starting point for our strip wash. Yep, just smells super fresh. Really, really good stuff. So I'm gonna use that. Then I'm gonna switch to my acidic wash, which is, I've been vibing this. This is Detail Co. Low pH acid wash. This one smells like lemon lime. To me, it smells like old school squirt soda, if you've ever had that. So I'm gonna use that for my acidic wash, just to help get off any mineral content. After those two steps, I'm gonna do my my iron. This is Gyeon Redefined Iron. So like straight, it smells a little like iron, but when you spray it and you get it on the car, it actually doesn't smell too bad, and it's kind of masked by bananas. So that's why I really like it. I do need to try Detail Co's iron remover, but overall, this has been my favorite so far. And the other thing, guys, is like they actually advertise that you can use this with a clay towel. Some don't. Some don't have the right surfactants in them, or some are maybe solvent based, and they'll kind of eat away at your clay towel. So this is actually advertised on Gyeon's website that you can use this for chemical and mechanical. So I'm gonna go around and spray the car. This is the DIY Detail perforated synthetic clay towel. And then so I do one spray on the panel, one on the towel, and give it a scrub and then move on. And it's a big time saver where you don't have to douse the entire car with one full bottle of iron remover and then you're out that product. You can go in and be methodical. So excited about that. Also, then I'm going to do my contact wash with Detail Co. This is their soft wash, their pH neutral. So I'm excited for that. It smells just really like floral, fruit forward. I don't have an exact scent for you, but it just smells really, really fresh. So I'm very excited about that. And then I've got a few other products on the side that just in case, like this has this gross like dealership oily dressing on there. So I'm going to give it some scrubs. I might do that off camera and see, but just in case, I do have Stoner Carcare tar and sap remover. This stuff's really good to help strip some tires down. Once you wash it and everything and you get them all prepped, this stuff is killer. So highly recommend this. Most of this stuff, the Detail Co, Labo, Stoners, other products you can all get at the House of Rags. The code FD10 will save you 10% off most stuff. So you can go check that out there. You have the LaboCosmetica Primus 2.0 in here. I added a little warm water. I think it helps with that. And we're gonna foam it on dry, let it dwell for a couple minutes, rinse it off, go to our acid wash. Alright guys, we're going to go in for our rinse. Really quickly, some of you have been asking me kind of what gear I've been using. So this nozzle is the Obsessed Garage Mosmatic 40-degree tip. It's a little bit smaller than normal. Works really well. This is the Obsessed Garage Mosmatic spray gun. It's got a phenomenal swivel on the bottom. It's integrated, and then the Mosmatic tip here. Look, it's expensive. I'll tell you that. It's, you know, it's over 200 bucks, but the user experience, like if you do this all the time or you just like good stuff, like it just clicks in. it's just really nice. I'll link to these below. Again, you don't need an over $200 spray gun, but it's great. So we've let this dwell for a little bit, do its work. We're gonna go ahead and rinse this off, and then we'll move into our acid wash. Guys, here is DetailCo's acid wash. I think it's a pH of 2, so I think it just says, here, actually, let me just give you real instructions instead of guessing. Let it dwell for 60 seconds, then rinse. So this is serious stuff. We're gonna do very quick spray and rinse. So I'm gonna heed those instructions. It said 60 seconds. I don't really want to mess with it. You could do this kind of Chemex style if you want in the future, which means you are going to actually spray on your alkaline wash first, and then hit it with the I'm sorry, you're going to spray on the acidic wash first, then hit it with the alkaline and neutralize it, but we're not doing that. It's been about 60 seconds. I'm going for the rinse. That's quick. One thing to keep in mind with like highly acidic or alkaline products, they're going to get into all the little cracks of your vehicle. Spend a little bit of extra time rinsing. Make sure you really get it out. If those things kind of build up over time, they may cause damage, right? I doubt they will, but just spend the time, do a thorough rinse, move on to your next step. We're going to move into our chemical and mechanical decontamination. Today we're using iron, Gyeon Iron Redefined. Stuff's great. We're using DIY Details perforated synthetic clay towel, and we're going to do one spray on the towel, one spray on the hood, and we're gonna go. And it suds up. You can see, hopefully, there's some good foaming action here. Now, some people are of the thought that you should do this on a dry car just so it can dwell better, but I want that little bit of extra lubrication. It helps add to the suds, so I'm okay with this. Iron has been rinsed. We're going into our contact wash. Again, I like to do the iron before the last like contact wash, because if there is any smell left over, if you don't use like a low odor one, you're gonna wash over it and then get in all the nooks and crannies. So DetailCo, add 1 capful to your bucket. We're gonna do 1 cap. All right, guys. Well, the camera wasn't recording for the DetailCo foam, so I apologize, but here it is in the wash bucket. My initial thoughts, it's very, very slick, highly lubricious, and remember, this car doesn't have any protection on it, right? So it's a really, really good user experience. It smells really, really good, really fresh, and I think I would say like almost floral. I don't know what the actual scent is. I don't know if they're gonna tell us or if they've already told us, but overall, really, really good experience with this. Sun's starting to peek out, but I can rinse this side. No worries. So yeah, it's a really good experience. I'm a fan. I'd recommend it. Final step before this final rinse, you have this kind of intricate grill here and then some other pieces down here. I'm not going to kind of ceramic coat kind of deep in there. It's just not worth my time. So I'm going to use a spray and rinse sealant. I'm using DIY Detail Quick Beads. I have it in my own bottle because I buy it in the gallon form. Stuff's awesome. Spray it on, let it dwell for maybe 30 seconds, rinse it off till there's no more white residue. So I'm going to get in between. And then I'm going to actually do inside the wheel wells. So luckily these aren't carpeted wheel wells, at least in the front. So I'm going to do that and just make my rinse off easier. My rinse, it's been 30 seconds. That's it. And you'll see some kind of like white residue, like milky residue. You just keep rinsing till that's gone and the quick beads are off. And now there's some protection kind of deep in these little pockets where you can't really reach or you don't want to reach for ceramic coating. Okay, that's it. I'm going to do my final DI rinse, blow it. I won't bore you with that. And then we'll go to the polishing. Okay, here's what we're working with. There's a nice gnarly scratch on the hood. It's a brand new car. That's just lovely, isn't it? So we'll attack that one. See how it goes. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our we're done with our decon, and we're going to move into our polishing. This car is bare. It has no protection on it. I've decontaminated it. I believe you've just seen that in the video. I took you around and showed you one scratch. I'll probably show you a few other ones. It's brand new, but unfortunately there's scratches on it. So I'm going to try two new products today. First is going to be Detail Co. Compound Endgame. This is really versatile. It just talks about basically you can use more product and it's pad dependent based on the cut you want. So I also have Detail Company's pad lineup. We have their soft jeweling pad. We have their, I think it's just like a medium cut or heavier cut blueberry pad, and then their wool pad to do some serious correction. I hope we don't have to use this today, but we'll find out. So I have those, and I'll put up the specs online. Like on their website, it talks about literally like bigger drops or more drops for heavier cut, smaller drops, and less amount for lighter cut. So we'll play with it. We'll see how it goes. I know it's a polish, but it smells good. It smells like fruity. Just another part of the user experience, not a big deal. And then we're gonna try Pan's spray polish. The smell is bananas. Literally, it smells like bananas. It's I'm not saying it's just bananas, but this on the website, it does say this can cut up to or correct up to 1,000 grit sanding marks. We'll definitely try it. I'm more familiar with using like spray polishes as like, you know, lighter correction and like final jeweling. So I'll probably use this for jeweling, but I'll see what it can do for cutting. But first we're gonna start with the Detail Co. I've got my pad washer set up. I've got my cart. I'm gonna use the HLR 15 today. It's the Rupes, and then well, that shouldn't be on there, but this is the 3-inch Rupes. So I'll give this a go. We'll prime the pad and I'll come back to you and we'll do some correction. Okay, just check the website. This is for like one-step correction or medium cut. So I'm gonna use their blueberry, and it says I think 4 medium-sized drops. So obviously that's subjective. So when I think medium, I think bigger than a pea, or maybe just like I'll bring you in. So that's what I have. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, always do a test spot, right? And so you want to start with least aggressive to most aggressive. You know, you don't have to get in there right away with a wool pad and go to town. This might even be too aggressive with the blueberry. I don't know. I feel like this will be the right combo. I'm hopeful, but we'll see. All right, that was 3 passes. All right, so I still have these are some pretty aggressive scratches. It really sucks. They're in the middle of the hood. This is a brand new car. So we're gonna get more aggressive. So these scratches were deeper than I thought, unfortunately. So we're gonna bump it up to their wool pad. We're gonna do 4 bigger drops like it calls for. Seems like too much, but I'll follow the instructions. These might be too big, but we'll see if this does anything. Okay. A big improvement. Damn, yeah, these are pretty deep. Big improvement though. I might go after it a little bit more. This is my personal vehicle, guys. If you're doing this professionally, right, like you need to do what makes sense for you. Again, my personal vehicle, so I want it to be as good as possible. but we're gonna check really fast. Yeah. About 4.5, 4.6. So I've got a little room to work with. So I'm gonna get to work, do some more polishing. I'll come back and test out pans coating as well. Man, there are some defects in this hood. This is brand new. This is very unfortunate, but such is life, and we're gonna get to work. I have some pretty gnarly ones. I don't want to hammer home on them with pads and just heat up the paint. So I am just going to quickly machine wet sand. I already did this spot with 3000 grit. So I use the Rupes, the X-Cut discs. So I'm not using 2000, but this is what it looks like. I'm using a 3000 grit, and then this is an intermediate plate, like a backing plate. It just adds some more cushion. There's 3 of them here, but you just add 1. And so I added that on my 3-inch and go with kind of faster arm speed, not a ton of pressure, you know, on a 3, few passes, and then check your work. And then, so I told you we were at 4.5, 4.6. I just wet sanded here, so I'll tell you, it actually surprisingly doesn't take off a ton, so don't be scared. Yeah. 4.48 from 4.5, 4.66 plus from 4.68 roughly. 5.0. So it doesn't take off a ton. I'll show you on camera. There's one other spot here I'm chasing. It's pretty bad actually. So all you need is just some water, a light spritz on here. That's it. Go a little more, and then just quicker arm speed, right? Have this on a 3. All right, that's it. So very quick, doesn't have to be super scary. I would definitely practice on a test hood. Don't just jump into wet sanding. I was able to go to the Rupes training in Colorado and learn some cool techniques. Okay, yeah, so it's still there. So I'm gonna go back in. So you just go slowly. I have 1500 grit, I have 2000 grit, 3000. I'm starting with the lightest. Again, I fixed this and I just did a few passes. So most people would want to jump to like a very aggressive grit. I am not going to do that, and I'll just do a few passes. Again, I'm not putting any pressure on the machine at all. Again, this is so much faster than doing stuff by hand, and it's not as scary as you would think, or it's not as aggressive as you would think. Wow. Okay, so that's a freaking gnarly one. So I really need to focus up on this area. I am gonna step it. No, I'm gonna keep 3000, and I'm just gonna go slowly. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see that. So you see these kind of flat spots, the dull spots compared to the paint. So yeah, we just sanded it with 3000 grit sandpaper. But I want to show you how simple this comes out. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back to the blueberry pad. Let me just make sure I got it. Yeah, that's good enough for me. So we're gonna go back to the blueberry pad with the Endgame compound. I'm just gonna add a couple more drops to the pad. Probably again, too much. And we're gonna make a few passes and hopefully this will disappear. All right, I'm liking Endgame so far. It feels like it's got some really good working time, maybe some oils in it. It says it's safe on trim, so that's what tells me it's got probably good working time with some oils in it. Boom. Boom. And I'll obviously do some jeweling on this because it's my car, but can't see those spots, right? Everything looks shiny. So that's how straightforward it is. I still got to do some correction there, but I have to do the whole hood. So I'm just kind of showing you a test spot. Again, you definitely don't need to break out the wet sanding for most jobs. This is my personal car, so I am allowed to do that. But yeah, so overall it's been pretty good. I'm gonna do this same test spot, and then I'm gonna try and hit it with the Pan's jeweling polish and see what we can get here. So I'm gonna switch pads. I'm gonna go, I'm sorry, I said his jeweling polish. This is actually much more versatile than jeweling. So all right, felt really nice. I just kind of used the weight of the machine, very, very minimal pressure. Yeah, that's looking good, guys. So I just did kind of some test spots all around. I'll try and find a spot where I can do like a tape line to show you guys the cutting difference, but overall both polishes have been, yeah, they've been really nice. So I'm gonna get after it. All right, guys, here's a really good look at some scratches. We're on the rear quarter panel. Hopefully you can see all those. And let's see what we can do. Okay, guys, this was 2 passes of Pan's polish. Yeah, I missed, you know, maybe a couple little spots on the edge right here, right there, but 2 quick passes, right? So if I focused up, wow, that's really cool. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a journey. This was covered in water spots, and I got them, and there's a couple deep scratches, and I got those too, and I'm pretty happy. So I've just spent the last couple hours doing some jeweling, and I've come to my final panel here, which is kind of this section of the hood. But jeweling is just kind of your final step. It's something with super low abrasives in it, maybe no abrasives, and you're just trying to maximize the gloss on there. If this is your personal vehicle, I'd say go for it. Why not? It's such a great option. And I really think it makes a difference. Now, can we tell the difference on like this part of the hood versus this part of the hood with gloss with the naked eye? Probably not. Probably need a gloss meter. I don't have one of those, and you know, I don't really plan on investing in one. But you know, what this does do is helps pop the gloss. I think so. So there's a few on the market here, so I just wanted to bring you guys a few options, and then I'll do like some very, very small sections with each. So you have CARPRO Reflect. It says super fine high gloss mirror polish. It says it does have a cut of 3 and a gloss of 10, so there is some abrasives in here and it cuts. We'll see how this one does. I have the Rupes Pure for all finishing jeweling pads. So this is the Detail Co, their baby blue pad. So I've been using this with the Reflect, so I'll use that. And this time I'm just gonna go 2 small dots because it's such a small area. I do everything on speed 1. And also, I'll speed this up and lower the volume so it doesn't blow out your eardrums. But I do everything with final finishing polishing. I do on speed 1, slow arm speed, right? You're kind of working the polish through very slowly, and that's hopefully supposed to maximize the gloss. Okay, well, that is the CARPRO Reflect. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I mean, you know, CARPRO Reflect, great option, guys. All right, we'll switch it up here. We're gonna finish with the Uno Pure, which is Rupes Ultra Finishing Polish, high gloss, no fillers, show car shine. And then this is their white pad, DA Intermediate. They have a whole system of pads and polishes. Now, I'm gonna give you a preview. This is one of my favorites. I think it's super underrated, and I think people honestly like forget about it maybe. It is really, really great, guys. And this is a pure polish. So you've heard of, this is Uno Pure, but then they also have Uno Pure Advanced, which is like it has SiO2, so that lasts about 12 months. But this is just simply a pure polish. Alrighty, see how this comes off. Fresh side. A little more grabby on it. All right, so the full transparency, Rupes is my favorite. I just like the feel of it and how slick it feels and how it finishes down. It's just awesome. But again, you can't go wrong. Sorry, I'm like inspecting. You can't go wrong with any of these. All right, everybody, that concludes our Decon and polishing video. Next up is the ceramic coating 8-year by Pan. I don't know what order I'll release these in, so if it's out of order, forgive me. Just some final thoughts on the products that I used today. First up is the Pan's spray polish. This stuff is really, really incredible. I'm a big fan of it. It smells really good. It says it can correct up to 1,000 grit. I didn't have any 1,000 grit. I did have some 3,000 grit from some sanding. This definitely corrected that. I really like this. Would recommend. I think it'd be great for like a one step or an enhancement or a brighter, like when you really want to brighten the paintwork. This does really well. I did find myself on this harder paint needing a little bit more cut. And while this is pad dependent, it does really, really well. But for me, like just how I'm going to use this in the future, it's going to be kind of my lighter enhancement or my one step that doesn't need a ton of enhancement. I did try this with a wool pad. It works really, really good with a wool pad. It works great with the foam pad and then a jeweling pad as well. So this is a really, really good all around. I'm very impressed by the Detail Co's Endgame compound, you guys. This is a really, really cool product. This is also pad dependent, but also amount dependent. So, you know, if you want a heavier cut, you put it on a wool pad and you add like 4 or 5 like bigger drops, like maybe like nickel size drops, and add a little bit of pressure. It's okay to add pressure, guys. We just want to monitor our heat, you know, maybe move slightly faster arm speeds, only do 2 passes. You're totally good to use wool. This compound is awesome. It can be used as a heavier cut compound and it can be used as a lighter cut compound. So really, really versatile. What I love mainly about this, obviously the cutting ability and the smell is pretty good. It's trim safe. So I don't have to tape off any rubber areas or anything like that. If you get some, obviously you don't have to intentionally polish rubber or plastic trim, but if it gets on that, it's safe. And I can attest to it. On the roof, I polished up top and there is like a rubber gasket around the sunroof. I used some of this and it had no issues. Same with the pan polish. This is also trim safe. Really, really helpful. Really, really big fan of this. But this might live in the arsenal for a long term. And that's how I always tell, like, if I like a product or if a product's good, if you try it, you know, same with like restaurants, right? Like, oh, it was good, but would you go back? If the answer is no, then it wasn't really that good. Would I go back? Would I reorder this? Yes. I'm a really big fan. I would also reorder the pan polish. This is really good to have in the arsenal. So big fan of these. I think you guys should give them a try. You can find them on the House of Rags. FD10 will save you 10%. A couple more that I gotta let you know about for my finishing. All of these, actually, both the Endgame and the clean compound can be used to finish and to jewel. I have some favorites though that I tried. CARPRO Reflect. I believe this can be also found on the House of Rags. I'll double check. If not, I'll leave a separate link. This is a super fine high gloss mirror finish polish. This is one of my favorite jeweling polishes of all time. I think I put in a section about jeweling, so I don't need to talk to you about that. CARPRO Reflect is a slapper. I love this stuff. Really, really good. And then just one that's near and dear to my heart. This is definitely not on the House of Rags, but I'll link to it. Uno Pure. This is just their pure polish, high gloss, no filler, show car shine. Again, because this is my personal vehicle, I went a little bit overboard. I probably did like a 3-step polish on it. And then I finished with Uno Pure. The working time on this is excellent. The gloss you get is absolutely excellent. And yeah, I'm super excited. So that's what we're left with, you guys. This was a really great experience. It was good to try some new products, and appreciate you watching. If you stuck around this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.